Hi, I'm Tim, and you're watching Tim on Everything. Still here in New Zealand. Hope to set sail and head north to New Caledonia in a few weeks. It's getting cold down here. They're going into their fall season, but it's still a pretty extraordinary place. As many of you know, I left in November 2017 from the west coast of the United States and am slowly sailing around the world. I left the US with a whopping $300 in my pocket, and I'm still going. Had lots of pretty cool experiences. Everything from absolute awesomeness to, incredible loneliness. But then that's why I want to do this. You know, it's surprising to me that the one thing that most people take for granted is the fact that we are alive. Every one of us. We exist. We participate in this extremely rare phenomenon known as an act of existence. And as a result of existing, each one of us has an ultimate dignity that can't be taken away from us, regardless of race or social status or money. Yet most people I know don't consider that gift of being alive at all, except perhaps when a loved one dies or they start to think of their own mortality. Now, in fact, most of what people think about on a continuous basis is money. How to make money, how to spend their money. It's actually kind of ridiculous. We're all human persons. We're all moral persons. We're by nature problem solvers. We're adventurers. We become authentic as a unique individual by constantly creating and pursuing three great relationships in our life. How I relate to or understand myself as the unique center of all my experiences. Kind of the realm of what I would call psychology. How I understand and relate to others like myself on their journey through life. What I'll call politics. And of course, how I understand and relate to the cosmos of which I'm a participant. How I understand a God, if in fact I have the requirement to consider a God. Personally, I do. But what I would call there the realm of spirituality or theology or philosophy. And, you know, it's only when we start to really contemplate these relationships and why they're important to us, do we become an authentic individual person? Do we become the best person that we can possibly become? And, however, most people don't think about that at all. We perceive the world in which we live through our senses. Our perceptions affect our behavior. Our perceptions affect our personality. Our perceptions affect our communications. Our perceptions are also, the lens, the filters through which we can interpret our experiences, through which we lay importance and comprehend the raw data that we get through our senses as we experience this world. For us to become authentic, unique individuals, I think it's an absolute necessity that these experiences are uniquely ours, that they're not false, they're not somebody else's experiences. Unfortunately, I think what happens is that most of our perceptions are in fact manipulated. They're controlled. They're controlled and manipulated by society, by school, by mass media. They're not ours. So as a result, we end up living an illusion of choice, an illusion of freedom. The experiences that we have are basically a lie. And I think even on a subconscious level, most people perhaps know that. And I think that's perhaps the reason behind a lot of anxiety and problems that people suffer as they realize that the experiences that they're having is somehow just they don't feel right. They're not. It's unsettled. So that's your job. Your job is to make a meaning model of who you are as a unique individual. How you deal with your 3 great relationships, as I mentioned earlier. But you have to be very careful that these are in fact your experiences. It's your meaning model. It's not somebody else's. And this phenomenon is nothing new. This has been going on now for thousands of years. You go back to Plato's allegory of the cave in 330 something BC. He talked about, what's really real. Or you fast forward to the movie The Matrix, same thing. People talk about this constantly. So that's the challenge. I think one of the reasons I love it being an adventurer is that it's an adventure on all those relationships. Not just, geez, I climb a mountain and I could fall and skin my knee. No, you want to go out on a limb. You want to be as authentic as you can. You want to look at yourself and how you relate to others and how you relate to your God constantly, and push the boundaries and see what happens. Take risks. Knowing if you fall, well, you get up and you try it again. Not a big deal. Nothing gives me more of a chuckle than some of the anecdotes I see on email. The I'm an adventurer, or if you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much space. What a bunch of crap. These people aren't adventurers at all because they don't risk anything. You want to see real adventurers, real risk takers? Go wander through the slums of Mumbai, India. Those are probably the most authentic people I've ever met, because they risk everything all the time. Anyways, if you like what you hear, give me a thumbs up. You could follow our journey on saileintrepid.com. And hello, more will be coming. The next episode of Tim on Everything, as I try to change the world. What the heck, somebody has to start. Anyways, everyone, have a great day, and don't forget, be an adventurer. Put yourself out on the limb. Experience what life has to do, and just realize its sheer awesomeness that you are alive, and so many things in the universe are not. Have a great day.